Hey, welcome back to my channel. This is Liz here. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. You're not gonna want to miss out on all the future content that I have coming up. We just hit 1K subscribers, so you know your girl's excited and you want to join the community, join the family, so make sure you hit the subscribe button down below before you get into the rest of this video. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking a little bit more about, you know, just learning to stay within your lane and learn to do what you want to do and what you love to do, and staying in your lane and not getting in anyone else's lane. And I'm going to explain to you guys a little bit more about what I mean by staying in your lane. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, hit the like button, and leave me a comment and tell me how excited you are to watch this video, and let's get on to it. She got me feeling like So in today's society, I feel like it's very easy to get caught up in what somebody else is doing, especially with social media and everything. Like, we all go on social media pretty much every day. Everyone watching this video anyways, I guarantee, is on social media and is going on social media every day. Like, you're on YouTube right now, like you're watching a YouTube video. Like, this is also social media. The more popular social media has gotten within our community and within just the times we're living in, our culture, however you want to call it, but social media is a thing. It's a part of everyday life. And I feel like with that being said, like, a lot more people feel like they watch somebody else's life online and they feel like, oh, well, that person's doing this and they're making X amount of money, or that person's doing this, oh, they look so happy, this person's doing that and it's giving them X results. Whatever X is and Y is, like, this person's doing that and it's giving them this result. So a lot of us just see that online and we try to think that, oh, it must be easy, so I'm just gonna do what they're doing so I can get this result. So whether it's you're looking for the money, you're looking for love, you're looking for a relationship, you're looking for a job, you're looking for, you know, just a different lifestyle for yourself, but you can't just look at somebody else online and be like, okay, well, that person is doing this, so I'm gonna do that too and I'm gonna get the same results. It doesn't work like that. And that's exactly what I mean by stay in your lane. Like, you need to learn to stay in your lane. And when I say you, I'm just talking to all of us in general, this population as a whole that's living in 2021, because I think it's so easy for all of us to get caught up in somebody else's life on social media, especially someone you've maybe followed for a while, someone you admire, and, you know, someone who gives you a lot of advice or something about business and what they do, and they want to help other people. But it's very easy to be like, oh, well, that person's doing it, so I want to do it too. And that's the problem. That's such a problem in society, with people now not learning to stay in their lane just because they're seeing somebody else do it. It makes them think that they can do it, and they can do it the same exact way that they're doing it, and they're gonna produce the same exact results. And life will never work like that. And that's the one thing, like, life will literally never work like that. Like, if you look at somebody else, see what they're doing, and you think you're just gonna duplicate what they're doing and get the same results, life will never work like that. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's just not life. You cannot look at somebody else's life, look at somebody else and what they're doing, and think like, okay, I'm gonna copy and duplicate everything they're doing and I'm gonna get the same results. It's not gonna work like that. It's one thing to have a vision. You see someone who's successful on YouTube and you say, oh, I want to be a really successful YouTuber. That's one thing. See, that's a goal to have in mind. But if you see someone doing workout videos on YouTube, but you don't really work out, you don't do this, and like, you see them, they're super successful. Let's say, for example, like someone like Chloe Ting, she's super successful. She does her YouTube workouts, she does all that, and that's what she does on YouTube. You could see that and be like, one person could be like, oh wow, like, you know, I want to take my passions to YouTube and I want to be a successful YouTuber. That would be the definition of staying in your lane, where you could have somebody else who sees that and they could be like, oh wow, I love Chloe Ting, I love her workouts, I love how successful she is, I want to be a workout guru on YouTube just like Chloe Ting. But this person doesn't even work out a day in their life normally, and they don't know anything about fitness or anything, but they see that, oh, I can get online and do some workouts and then I'll be a success. That's what I mean by staying in your lane. Like, you can't just look at one person's success, especially when it's nothing that interests you, and think, okay, I'm just gonna do that. It's one thing to be inspired by someone. Like I said, you could be like, okay, I want to be a YouTuber. You take it and you do it your own way. That would be the definition of staying in your lane, where you could see her and then you try to just duplicate her ways and duplicate everything she's doing, and that's never gonna work out. Like, that's just never gonna work out. You can't look at Chloe Ting or anybody else, any other big YouTuber, and be like, well, I want to be that person. Like, I want the amount of money they're making, and I'm just gonna do everything they did. I'm gonna copy everything they did, and I'm gonna be them. It's never gonna work like that, sis. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, it's not gonna work like that. Like, that's just not how life works. You have to listen to yourself first of all and get what you want out of it, and then just look at that person as inspiration. Like, inspiration is different than just trying to copy someone. You could inspire to be like them and be like them, not be them, is the key words there. So for me, I have like few personal experiences with this. I wish I could have screamed on top of my lungs, stay in your lane. I remember when I first started my business back in 2013, everyone that I followed, I knew, because I was still in college. Like, we were all young. Mainly the people that were on my social media were like people I knew from high school, a few from college. Like, it was very much just people I knew. I didn't have this big following as I do now on my business account. Like, I had nobody. I only had the people that I knew in like real life. And then I started this business, and you know, I started showing it off on Instagram, on Facebook, because those were pretty much the only two social medias that were around back then, and Twitter, and on Twitter as well. So I was pretty much just like, those were my marketing strategies. I was using that. So the people I really know in real life were seeing that as well. And I started to notice that all of a sudden, a few people, I feel like it was like 3 good people I could think of off the top of my head, all of a sudden they also started the same exact type of business, like literally selling the same exact things that I was selling, like literally down to a T. They tried to anyways. Let me tell you, they probably didn't last 3, 4, 5 months, and then they all disappeared. But that's what I mean. Like, they saw what I was doing, and they just wanted to do it because they saw I was doing it, so maybe they thought they could do it too. But like, that's not their lane. That was not their passion. That's not something that they wanted to really do. Like, they didn't do it out of their own heart. They did it because they saw somebody else do it, and they thought, oh well, I can do this too, and I can just hop on a bandwagon, and you know, I can be the next success story. I could be this, I could be that. And I never thought that started my business. I really saw it, like, if anyone knows me from when I was a kid, I even have like school projects, write about your life 10 years from now or whatever. I've always wanted to own my own business, always wanted to do that, and I did it out of my heart. And that's why I'm still hustling now. That's why I'm still going because that's something I'm very passionate about and something I really want to do, and that's something that makes me happy, right? And that's just like, for those people who try to copy me, that's clearly not what makes them happy. Like, they're not happy by trying to like go online, figure out technology, figure out what's the best shopping cart service, what's the best marketing, what's the best everything, like the best technology, the best database to keep track of your inventory, the best, you know, stuff to keep track of your accounting. All that stuff really feeds my soul, and so that's my lane. Like, I truly know it. Like, that's my lane in, like, this is what I want to do. So for me, it was a no-brainer. Like, that's my lane. I want to be in it. When it comes to YouTube, same thing. I've always said it for years. I want to do YouTube. I've never looked at one specific YouTuber and be like, I want to be her and I'm going to do everything that she does. Like, that's never been me. I've always been like, I'm gonna do YouTube one day, and when I do, I'm gonna do it my way. Like, I want to do, you know, my life. I want to do, you know, just share my knowledge of what I know. I know a broad range of stuff, so I'm like, I want to share that with people. I never wanted to like niche myself down so specifically, like, and I feel like a lot of people do that online, and like that's the go-to advice as well, niche yourself down. And like, I'm just not a follower. I like staying in my own lane, and I feel like when you do that, the people who flock to you will be authentic. Like, the people who watch your stuff will be authentic. The people who stay around will be authentic, and it will be much easier for you to keep that up when you're just authentic and you're living within your own self and staying in your lane. Stay in your lane, sis. Like, that's all. Just stay in your lane. So basically, all that to say, stay in your lane. I can't say that enough. Just don't try to be a copycat of anyone else. The only solution to that is just don't try to copy anyone else. I will say this day in and day out. The thief of all joy is comparison. Once you start comparing yourself to anyone else, your joy is gone. Like, there's no joy within that, especially when you're looking to be somebody else and you're looking like, oh, why are they so successful, and you're doing the same things and you're wondering why you're not getting the same results. It's because that's not you. That's not you, sis. You're doing that because you want to be them, and you're not them. You have to be you. Do you and do what makes you happy. That's the only thing. I can't stress that enough within my life, my videos. Learn how to do you, and learn how to be happy while doing you. You don't need a million people to like what you're doing. You really don't. You don't even need one unless it's you. You don't need like one other person. You need yourself to like what you're doing. Yes, I know we all want to get money, we all want to make money. So if you like what you're doing and you really enjoy it, just sticking with the YouTube example, if you're able to watch your own videos that you're putting out and you really enjoy them, just bet on it that somebody else out there is going to enjoy them. But you have to make sure that you really enjoy them. Don't try to copy someone else's style because you enjoyed their videos. Try to make your own style so you can enjoy it for yourself and know that somebody else out there will enjoy it, and then one person will turn into 2, will turn into 3, will turn into 4. Like, it's gonna just snowball. Like, that's all. Like, if you just stay true to yourself, be you, be authentic, and that's the best way to get around any of this. You have to be you. You have to stick to what you know, stick to your passions, and that's the best way to stay in your own lane. And I feel like that's the fastest way to success. The fastest way to success is literally doing what feeds your soul, what makes you happy, what is your passion. That will shine through in all of your work. Like, if you're trying to do workout videos and you don't work out in normal, like in real life, like you don't enjoy working out at all, but like you might, you might work out because you have to even, but you don't enjoy it, but now you want to make YouTube videos because you see that, a lot of people like at-home workout videos, and you think, oh, well, that's easy, I'm gonna make money off of that. No, like, don't do it for that reason. Don't do it just for money. Don't do it just for money because you see the next person making money off of something and you think, okay, well, that seems so easy, I'm just gonna do that and I'm gonna make money. Like, no, stay in your lane. Do what you have to do to make you happy, and find out how to make money off of doing what you have to do to make yourself happy. Like, that's the best advice I can give anyone. Find out what makes you happy, and then find out how you can make money off of what makes you happy. And that will be like the easiest ways for you to make all the money in the world that you desire. Honestly, truly, I feel like once you start living within yourself, within your passion, staying within your lane, the money starts to flow in. And I say that because I'm living proof right now. Like, I have been doing stuff, not that it was outside of my lane because I saw somebody else do it, but like you guys know, I recently quit my job in May, and I was at that job for so many years. Without the pandemic, I would have stayed there for a lot longer. That was not my lane. Like, it truly didn't make me happy. I was doing it because I needed money. You see something, you're like, okay, well, if I do this, I'm gonna get money. I'm gonna, then everything will be all resolved. But no, it wasn't all resolved. Everything about that job was frustrating me to my core. And when like a little thing happened, it felt even worse. And I feel the difference, like doing stuff I love, if something goes wrong, because things will always go wrong, first of all, because things will always go wrong no matter what you're doing. If you're in your lane or somebody else's lane, things will always go wrong. But the difference is when you're in your lane and something goes wrong, it doesn't feel as like aggravating and frustrating. I get a little flustered, and then I sit down, I calm myself, and I'm like, okay, what can I do to like solve this problem? And once I solve that problem, it feels amazing. Like, it feels so good. But let me tell you, at my old job, the job I just quit, like, there was always problems, like literally every second of the day, and those problems were frustrating me. Like, things were always going wrong, and even if I figured out a way to solve it and like get a good result out of it, I still didn't feel good about it. It'd be like, what a relief. Like, thank God that didn't turn something bigger, but like, that sucks. Like, that literally was my attitude about everything, because guess what? It wasn't my lane. It just wasn't what I enjoyed doing. It wasn't what I wanted to do. It just was not, it was not it for me. All I have to say to you guys is just make sure you stay in your lane, stay true to yourself, be you, be authentic to yourself, and let's just stay in our lane. That's my biggest advice to us right now, is stay in your lane. Biggest advice to myself as well, stay in my lane, do what makes me happy and what feeds my soul, and not what makes the next person happy. So if you enjoy more videos like this, make sure you hit the like button down below. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this. Are you staying in your lane? Do you ever find yourself, fantasizing over other people's social media accounts and what they're doing, and thinking to yourself that you could do the same thing? Or do you just like to watch other people do their thing on social media and just like root them on? Let me know down in the comments down below. So thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye.